Liberty is the principle of subordination to ideology. So, since ideology does not perfect the idea of the self, it perfects the substance of ontology. Ideology doesn't just pretend to be nihilistic, it sublates the nothing into something. So, if nothing is to be existential at all, not only does the ability to go from performance react to subordination, the effect of subordination no longer pretends to be individual. So if you are an individual ethics, the establishment of law is reflexive on your entire substructure of maintenance. So to be maintained is to have partitioning substances as your figurative speech. Actions are speech in this sense, but they are subject to withdrawal. So if they are in fact mastered to effigies, the structure itself is n- exnihilated to the first principle. So the first principle of law would be something like honor, and that creates order for prejudice to become oath. And since oath is in pronunciation of ethics, ethics maintain that demonstrability is within range of first and last idiom. So if idioms have any power over themselves, the reflexive act is no longer a individual one. So if there is two substrates such as first and last, not only does last remain to obscure the first, they each other are randomized to particular motive. So it's no longer within substance to be first or last. It's within subject. So if subject demonstrably is a remainder of performance, the performance is remnant of a consequence. So you can't just have last be a commandeering of the first. You have to have remainder, and that remainder is means. So means is subject tested, while rationing is to be remainder to the guild of a substance. So if we are to have medium at all, medium must indiffer the figure of a performance to its regular state. So regularity is how one becomes from medium to mode. Modes do not inflex upon, but react to individual problems. The problems are equal based and not, in fact, perjurized to each individual form. Forms require the fact that you do not negotiate power, because negotiation is withheld to cosine. Cosine would have the fact that no individual remedy would request itself to bargain. So, since bargaining exists, not only does cosine negotiate between two powers, the two powers no longer are inflexive. They react. They are not a substance, but a performance of negotiation of negatives. So, since negativity is in fact an opposite, op- eh, opposing a subject is medium to interest, but mediums are no longer welcome in such exchange because they do not examine the subject but the object of integrity. Integrity is nomadic, so it doesn't subject to negative interest but in positive relation. So since positive relations exist, there would be no subject-object relation.